We are getting closer and closer to WrestleMania. The card looks amazing. You know, WrestleMania Night 1 and Night 2. The matches look great. The feuds look amazing. But there is one feud in mind that is most likely starting to build up, but it is not a good idea. It is a massively terrible idea from WWE's booking, and it's Brock Lesnar versus Omos. That's right. WWE decided to put Brock Lesnar against Omos. Yeah, that for sure sounds like a WrestleMania banger right there. That sounds like a WrestleMania worthy match. When I heard the news that this was most likely going to happen, I was like, dude, Triple H he took a massive L on this. I was like, if Triple H decided to book this match at WrestleMania, that's a massive L. That's a massive L. That's horrible. That's even worse than Vince McMahon booking. That's worse. Like, really worse. But that got me thinking, was Vince McMahon behind this whole project with Brock Lesnar versus Omos? Because apparently reports were coming out saying that Vince McMahon is going to be a part of WrestleMania 39's creative standpoint. Yeah, this sounds like a Vince McMahon idea. Reading news reports, Vince McMahon is not up back in creative. He did not book this match to be in creative. It was apparently confirmed. Who booked this match? Who booked this idea to Triple H? And why did he think that was a good idea? Brock Lesnar versus Omos? Dude, there's so many better opponents for Brock, but you put him against Omos? Here's the issue. With Omos, I'm not saying he's a bad wrestler. I'm not saying he's not a good wrestler in general. The reasons why Omos versus Brock Lesnar is a horrible idea, it's because Omos really hasn't been built up well by the WWE. The only time Omos was really in, like, on screen and, like, really becoming a rise, like a good giant, was when he was paired with AJ Styles. And now, splitting up with AJ Styles, Omos really isn't good enough. Like, he isn't doing much right now. Hell, he's even lost to Bobby Lashley and Braun Strowman, wrestlers that have beaten Omos. So, how does it make sense to put Brock Lesnar in that match? And Brock has beaten both of them. It just doesn't make sense to put Omos in a match with Brock. While it could have been Brock versus Bobby Lashley part 4. But I will say the idea of this match, it would sound cooler if Omos was booked properly. And it could have been sometime down in the future where Omos was getting better. But as of right now, this match is a terrible idea. Omos is not worthy of facing Brock Lesnar right now. He still needs to prove himself. And plus, there's another issue with Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar is seemingly turning into a heel at this point. Like, Brock isn't gonna be much of a babyface at this point. The way he is acting, the way he does right now, like he's acting more of a heelish character, but being a tweener at this point. If this is an idea where Brock could save his babyface run and continue it, it's underwhelming. It's underwhelming. That's what I'll say. This match, to prove that Brock is still a babyface, is underwhelming. You could have someone else compete against Brock at WrestleMania who is a top heel. That's where I move on to my final reason why this match shouldn't happen. It should be Gunther. Yes, Brock Lesnar versus Gunther is a better option. Brock versus Omos should not happen anytime soon. Sometime in the near future, in like the next 5 years or so, yes, it should happen. But Brock versus Gunther is a perfect match today. I think Brock versus Gunther could be a WrestleMania classic. And it's even been talked about by Gunther, like he wants that Brock Lesnar match. Like even recently, Gunther has been on a podcast saying, I've been portrayed as the end boss in wrestling for a lot of guys, but I think Brock could be my end boss. I really hope the match goes down at some point. And there you go. That's the perfect matchup to set up. Go for Brock versus Gunther at WrestleMania. Because I've been wanting to see this match for a while. And I feel like everybody else has been wanting to see this match for a while. You know, Gunther, who has been on a roll in the past year, becoming a top heel, and just really making that Intercontinental Championship prestigious. And a match with Brock would be really good at WrestleMania. Since Triple H wants to make WrestleMania amazing, you know, it's the biggest show of the year. And I believe, and this match would really be perfect on the card. And plus, it would just look so good for Brock and Gunther. It would look good for them. Like, Brock just needs a big time match. You know, the whole feud with Lashley, the feud was good, but the matches were a letdown. I feel like with Gunther, it's gonna, you know, it's gonna be new and fresh, because it's gonna be like, make Brock be in like the mid-card division, even though Brock is still the main eventer. Getting to my point is that Brock just needs a big-time match with someone fresh. We've seen Brock face the same wrestlers in the past year, like Roman Reigns and Bobby Lashley. Not saying it's horrible, but Brock just needs someone new. He needs something new and fresh. And Gunther is the perfect example. And knowing Gunther, he has the most impressive Intercontinental Championship run in decades, and he put that Intercontinental Championship back on the map.
That's what I'm talking about! That's why he's the MVP! That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
And let's say this. Let's say Gunther beats Brock Lesnar. Can you imagine how much hype it gets? Yes, Brock can't afford to lose again, because Brock has been taking L's a lot recently, but he could afford to lose and still be okay with it. But imagine the position Gunther would be in if he defeats Brock Lesnar cleanly even. That would make him a superstar. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. I think a win over Brock for Gunther would put him up there with Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes. Because a win over Brock Lesnar, that just shoots him up to the main event, 100%. If Triple H is even watching wrestling videos about better booking, I believe my idea is better. Like, Brock versus Gunther is such a classic match at WrestleMania. The reasons I gave just prove that this is a good idea, and going for Brock versus Omos is a terrible idea.
Write that down, write that down!
But you know, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Brock versus Omos could deliver at WrestleMania, but in my opinion, it just won't deliver. It's gonna be a sleeper match. It's gonna be a bathroom break match. And it sucks to say, because Brock is an amazing wrestler, but he has to go up against someone like Omos. And I believe he should be going up against someone like Gunther. But that's all just me. What do you guys think about my idea? Do you think it's a better idea, or do you think they should just stick with whatever this garbage is? But that is all for today. Thank you all for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed it, you know, give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and turn on post notifications if you haven't, to know when I upload a new video. And make sure you guys follow my Instagram down in the description. You know, I do have an Instagram, so go check it out. But thank you all for watching, and I'll see y'all later.